Good afternoon, YouTube, here on this Sunday, here in the shop once more. This has been now repaired, this trace here, and of course that's the other one that I did. Both those are in good shape now. Now this one here is still loose, but there's 3 solder points right there, and I don't think I'm going to mess with that. I think it's in fine, good enough shape where it's not going to mess up or anything. The main 2 were these here, so got that done now. This thing is getting ready to be ready to be aligned. I don't know why I keep knocking that tube over, and to do that I need this hooked up back to the antenna. Can't see that, I don't think too good. Wires there, but I'm not ready yet to do that completely, so I'm gonna put that off till later and put that back over here out of the way. And I didn't realize it, but yesterday I had a item in the mail, and for some reason it didn't mention it until last night. So this came in the mail. The tube data chart, whatever you want to call that, for the Night 600 series. This is a much nicer compilation of the data than I have found anywhere else. It's laid out really nice. It's very, very nice, and I will be keeping this with the tube tester. What I'm here for today, and you guys may remember this, I'm going to set up a demo using these 2 transformers, and this is going to be a true isolation type demo, to where we're not going to be using the variac. We're going to be using live, straight from the tap electricity from the receptacles there, and show you there is complete isolation using this method. And also I need to test some voltages and things like that. It's going to take me a while to get this all set up, but I will do so and bring you back, and we will have our little demo, so stay tuned. And apparently the first time I did this, I must not have pushed the right button. So I'm going to do this again because it's kind of important to show how I have it hooked up. Here's your, let me get this centered here. Here's both your transformers right here. This is the secondaries from the transformer. And you'll notice on each center tap, they are wired like that with the wire nut on there, just to protect so nobody touches that. There's the other one on the other side, and we have between the 2 secondaries, tying both of the secondaries together, 2 more wire nuts. So those are there, right there. And so I will put a diagram of how this is wired into the video as well. On the primary side of the transformers, the first one I have wired to a cord, wire nutted I should say, and it runs back to a plug which will be used for the power, and this is going to be plugged into the power line, not the isolation, or not the variac. So, alright, the other side of the primary is connected to these 2 wires, which come from that meter right there. Whoops, right there. So that is what the testing is, how it's set up, and this should show you exactly what's going on with it. I think, by the time, especially by the time you look at the diagram I put in there. So, all right, that's going to do it. All right, back once more. I'm getting ready to plug this in, and this is plugged into the standard receptacle. This is not the Variac, and we'll see what happens. There you go. I have a 112 now voltage out of the pair of transformers. So that's a little low, but again, there is losses in these that you guys, I'm sure you realize there is losses concerned with stuff like this. So I am going to reverse the leads and see. I'm going to reverse the leads on the secondaries and see if that makes any difference. And I'll bring you right back for the results. Stay tuned. Alright, now I have the leads reversed, and we're going to go ahead and plug it in again and see if that makes any difference. Nope, no difference at all. I can't see any difference. 112 still. I mean, I don't think that's going to make a big difference at all. So I don't see where switching the I can reverse the plug to switch the primary around, but I don't know if that's going to do anything. No, didn't do anything. So I don't see where reversing the leads on the other transformer to the meter would make any difference. So there you have it. Set up the way it is, I don't see any difference either way. So now the whole crux of this matter are these leads coming out of the second transformer truly isolated from the power line, earth ground? And I think we're going to find that out here just shortly, so if you'll hang in there. Alright, what we have set up here now is the this meter here is set on 200 volts AC, and I will show you. I'm going to plug it into the outlet here real quick, show you there is some voltage there. Oops. Maybe not. There it is. So there's what, 115 volts there on that plug. So that's what we're losing, about 3 volts on the in the transformer mix. Now I'm going to do this with the power line. Okay, I have let me show you how I've got this wired here real quick. The meter lead on this white one goes over to the red lead of the meter. The black lead I will be plugging into the earth ground and the neutral side of the power line to see what kind of voltage readings we get. So that's how it's set up. Now that's, as you can see, it's on that line right there. I will do it to this line also, but there shouldn't be any difference, but we shall see. So alright, let me get back over here, and you can see there what we got. Now I'm going to poke this into the earth ground first. Now you see we have 58 volts there. Now I believe that is a phantom voltage. In other words, if I hooked up a bulb or something in there, I don't think it would light up. Pretty sure. So let me do the now you should get exactly the same thing for the neutral. You need to do 58 volts. That's what it's plugged into now. So that's what we have. Again, I think that's a phantom voltage because it it's not connected to anything basically. Let me plug that in there real good. Oops, I don't think it got in there. Alright, let me switch this over here to the other side and we'll see what it says. Okay, so we have 13 volts there. Now, there's obviously a difference. Again, I don't think there's any connection between the two, and I'm going to prove that. I'm going to use the light bulb, if I can find one to hook up here real quick, a lamp, and we'll see what it does when I hook it up. So hang in there. Alright, for this demonstration I've got this little night light here, and you can see, I don't know if I can hide that or not enough to worry. There we go. If I hide or turn the cover the sensor up, it lights up plenty bright, and that's the best I can do. I don't know where my clamp light went. I had a clamp light I use for these demos, but it's gone missing. So alright, that's what it's going to look like if this lights up. Let me hook up the wires and we'll bring you right back. Alright, for this demonstration we have a banana plug into the earth ground out of the outlet. I have a clip lead connected to it running over here, and you can see it connects to one prong of the night light. The other prong is connected to this white clip lead, which, if we trace it around here, it runs to the other side of that isolate or the transformer output. Now this is the side that measured 58 volts before, so we want to see, you know, what this is going to do. When I plug it in, it should just give us nothing. I mean, I shouldn't see anything. And I'm going to turn the lights out for this because it just makes for a better display, I think. So here goes the lights, and I have my night lights, mood light going on, or whatever you want to call that. And I want to double check, make sure there's nothing else touching, and everything looks good. Now you see there's a very, very slight glow there. Let me undo this. So yeah, it is a little voltage on there, but it's not enough to light the light. Now these are just little LED bulbs or neon bulbs. I'm not sure which they are, to tell you the truth. But there's just not enough voltage there to really be concerned with. Again, it's a phantom voltage, and the fact that it does light that is, now a standard light bulb it would not do that with. It would not light it at all, because it just doesn't have the gumption, whatever you want to call it, to do that. So anywho, that's what that's gonna do. Let me turn the lights back on if I can find the light switch here in the dark. There we go. So that let me do this while I'm doing this all. Let me test the voltage of that just to see what it is with the load on there. That should bring it down to practically nothing, I would think. So let's put one there and one there and see. Whoops, turn the meter on first. One there and one there. Okay, yeah, now that's, let me show you. Alright, there's one lead on one side, there's the other lead on the other side. 7 volts. See, there's just no amperage behind that. And as soon as you plug it into anything, it just goes away to nothing practically. So there you go. There's a demonstration of how that isolates the voltage from the power line and earth ground. And so I think it should prove my point rather well, I hope. Let me unplug this before I forget about it and leave it in. Okay. So this is going to conclude this. Now I am going to be trying to make some headway with a some kind of mount for this. Take that out of there and get this all out of the way. But as you can see, these are set up in a way where the mounting holes are here, and there's no way of getting those wires out through that without crimping, you know, going across that, which, you know, it's it was suggested that I take these covers off and drill holes in here and put grommets in here, which I might do. But at the same time, I'm thinking about putting some kind of spacer in on each side, something like this, and that way that would leave enough, you know, for the wires to come out. So I don't know which way I'm going to do it. It's still up in the planning stages or whatever you want to call it. But anywho, that should do this demonstration. Now this, again, like I said, this is actual live voltage. This is not the variac that we're using this time. So that does prove it, I think. Now again, that little glow that we got out of this light, I don't think is really, yeah, you can see that's an LED. So there was just, you know, barely enough to even make it glow a little bit, but there's just not enough behind it to light it up. If you can't light up a little LED, I mean, there's just no voltage there. So, alright, that's going to do that. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. What I'm going to do, and I mentioned this to Bob, but nobody else, I'm going to get away from the bench, take my pair of scissors and my utility knife into the living room, and I'm going to start cutting my cardboard mock-up template out of the for the boombox. So that's my plans, and it's Sunday afternoon, you know, gonna take it easy. Maybe have a glass of iced tea. You never can tell. Alright, you guys have a wonderful day. Thanks so much for watching, and we will see you.
That's all, folks.